Uh, God, where to go? Yes.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Bernardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Well, honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific, and he appreciated the quiet inside his head.
Nice.
The Nexus was infested with ravens, but that didn't bother Renardo. With each death, the converted Iblis stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger. Wow. He was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well, he wasn't worried. He was a warrior. They're supposed to be bloodthirsty.
Apparently.
Danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Sounds about right. Come on, man. There has to be something in these barrels. Apart from walls. Wind essence. Shank. Oh. Nope. The fox cannot level up just yet.
Hey, is that a word for a lot of ravens? Like a doofus of ravens?
Oh. No! Ah. Yep. There we go. Level up. Level up. So what to get?
Nice. That could be useful.
Why not? Let's get some more health.
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Renardo could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
You know what I love getting? I love getting ore.
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
I probably killed around 20. Probably a bit more. I have no idea at this point. Use workbench. Ooh, jemmies. Oh yeah, physical resistance. Sweet. Well, yeah, I learned that at last video. I can't actually. Ouch. go.
Renato tore through the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow. There was a far speaker toad here. He called the council speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss, and a medal to give him. A large, golden medal. Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill. Then the far speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato.
It said,
If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia, the witch, taunting him. With the stone, he'd finally be her match.
Decisions, man. I was a pain in the arse trying to decide. like, there's so many different ways that you can obviously, do the stories.
Zenobia was taunting him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap, but it didn't matter, did it? He could fight his way out of any trap.
Shit.
He was invincible. This was gonna be fun.
Oh, my dogs are out.
So where was this ambush? Renato couldn't wait. At Sword Fu school, she'd always studied a little harder, practiced a little longer, complained really a lot less. And then she'd become a sorceress. He'd always known he'd have to take her by surprise or not at all. But this would be a surprise indeed. That was always a rush.
Oh. Yep, off you go, off the edge. There we go. That's what I like it. What are you? I have no idea what you are. Please explode. There we go.
Building these platforms was so expensive, they'd run out of budget for guardrails.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, choices. Choices, choices, choices. It's always bloody choices, isn't there? Oh, no.
Oops. Thought Renato?
Well, that could have worked. Yeah. Let's see what. So, what am I doing down here? Nothing by the looks of it. There is nowhere for me to go, apart from just to admire the stunning landscape. Oops, my bad. Energy and health. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Oh. Sake. Oh wow, man! I held a raven. Oh wow, okay, thanks game. look the other way, why don't you? You
The
silly
mountain
kid.
paths were infested with ravens. That was swell. Every time he cut one down, the stone glowed a little brighter. In fact, everything glowed a little brighter. Look how white the snow was, and how very blue the raven blood was. Seriously, where was she? He wanted to try his new strength against hers.
Ooh. There we go. Ooh, even more ravens. Ooh. Oh. To be honest, I thought I'd thrown you off the edge. Apparently not.
You know what I hate about you guys? Everything.
Oh. Sad sometimes I did not manage to implode the imploder. Yippee, some more! Because that's all I ever want in this game, is sodding ore. Probably a bit. Probably wasn't such a good idea, was it? Well, I could only counter one, so that was a bit unfair. Oh, not that time. There we are. Lovely chocolate, all about your chest. Yippee, some more! Oops. Come on, Zenobia, where are you being?
When Renato went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
I wonder why. Well, you can blame this on Legend of Zelda. Because breaking pots always either gave you hearts or rupees, depending on what you needed. Oh, goodies, some health. Alright, let's go.
Renato was making himself dizzy. Fun!
Stupid game. Let's hook shot over these bad boys. Oh, that's not a hook shot. That is. Oh, wrong way. There we are.
Renato felt antsy. He'd found a source of great power. But instead of joining with the rebels, he was on a fool's errand the Emperor's daughter had sent him on. The rebels were preparing a last-ditch attack against the Imperial fleet, counting on Renato to show up in time. Would he be too late?
Definitely. Yep, of course. I cannot level up, so there's no point. Hey look, there she is.
At the end of the path was Zenobia. I thought you were going to ambush me, he said, a little put out. I owe you better than that.
Well, what are we waiting for?
That, she said, as a dropship poured a bucket of green liquid on his head. Drowsy gas. You can't stop me with drowsy gas, Zenobia. My power's too strong. Zenobia? Where was she? When he awoke, he was staring up at the sky. Zenobia looked down at him, brooding. I probably ought to kill you, but that'd be a bit tawdry, wouldn't it? She was tossing the glowing stone from paw to paw. This is pretty.
Zenobia!
He shouted, and then he fell back into sleep. Renato woke up on the Farfarer. His head ached. He drank his favorite hangover remedy, but the brandy did no good. Zenobia had beaten him again. Oh, he really should have listened to the Iblastone in the first place instead of messing around with the core. He had a bad feeling about the upcoming fight, but what kind of hero misses the final battle?
Final battle, eh?
Renato was bruised and tired. He wasn't looking forward to killing ravens. Didn't even seem scary. It felt like a chore, like sweeping the practice room at Swordfu School, which he'd done his best to leave for Zenobia whenever he could. What would she do with the glowing Iblastone? That should terrify him, shouldn't it? But he just felt dull and stupid as he carved his way towards probable doom.
Stop Zenobia. Oh, what if I could?
The portal led right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense.
Oh no, go away. There we go. That was close. Oh, nice. Nice. A bit of display thingamabobby there.
This was definitely better than pulling yourself up in a bucket.
What way? Oh, apparently this way. Woo, a chest! Let's see. Teleportation! Okay. Oh, okay, then just fly back to me. It's fine by me.
Renato had learned so much about... Ooh, what was it again?
Oh, okay, fair enough. So you just take me to the same place. No, come on, man. Oh, that's too close. There we go. Lovely. Too bad about my no hit run. Safe to say, I'd not have done it then. Explode, please. Wait, no. Explode.
I think this is yours,
There we go.
Cedric. It was all so unfair.
Boom to
He
your
wanted to
doom.
protect himself. Protect the world from the Iblastone's hunger for blood and souls. And all he'd done is get mugged. Next time he owned a supernatural artifact that wanted tribute, he'd serve it champagne and caviar.
Champagne and caviar. I swear I'm like right near the end. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, I think I am. Oh, game. There we go. Ow. Oh, my goodness, gravy. Ah! Ow. Oh my god. Well. Yes, 10 health. Woo, that's all I need. Apparently. also want the game to work, not let me hook onto this thing, which I should be able to hook onto, but it's just being an arse. Yeah, I'm
Bernardo
pretty
wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Oh, this is new. Ooh. Ah! Okay. Hi, apparently I can... I'm that amazing, I can't fall off. Oh. Oh, I missed. Run away. Oh no. Ah! No. Oh, for God. I don't understand how I'm surviving. Ooh, this is definitely new, because I don't remember this. Yep, and I can't go that way because of Zenobia's stupid whatchamacallit? Blockage. Okay, let's go.
Zenobia was cleaning blood off her sword and weeping.
It's so hungry. I can't stop killing, she said. But I fed it the core of the Sky Ripper, and now it's hungry again. She wept. It was true. The Iblistone was black again, a void that seemed to suck all the light out of the sky. Take it from me, Renato, while you still can. Okay. I'll take it, he said.
Yes, he thought. This is what it means to be a hero. To save the soul of even his old enemy when it looked like all was lost. He stepped forward to accept the sword from her outstretched hand. She flipped the sword, and the blade went into his gut. As the Iblistone sucked his soul into its infinite darkness, he could vaguely hear a voice, something like Zenobia's chuckle. Sucker. And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblistone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Very nice. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Alright. Well, yeah, anyway, I'll probably just end up doing it like a 2-part thing. I don't know just yet. But anyway, if you've watched it between, well, if you've either watched part after part or this massive long video, then I appreciate you watching this. Anyway, I will see you guys in a few days. See you later. Bye.
There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblistone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yeah, my bad. I kind of forgot to. Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, anyway, so what? I think this game, you literally just replay the same thing, but then make different choices. As I'm assuming what these things are. So, yeah, find the jam, find the core, tap the outpost, meet Zenobia. So. But, hey ho, fun. Right, anyway. See you guys in a bit. Bye!